I absolutely fucking hate arguing on the internet. Like, there is nothing that drives me up the wall more than arguing on the damn internet. And these people just live for that shit. And I'm just like, I'm not going to do it, man. I'm just not going to sit here and argue with you fuckers all the time like that.
Well, there's no point to it.
No, there's really not. And everybody fucking loves to do it. And I think it's just fucking ridiculous.
It's not fixing problems.
No, it doesn't. And you know what the other thing too is? It dehumanizes people. You know, when you dehumanize people on the internet, they don't, you know, they're not people to you.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of the problem. You're just looking at a screen and you're arguing and screaming at people, and that doesn't do any good.
Like I was saying, it's not pleasant for anyone.
No.
Like nowhere does it help anybody. Like,
No.
It just pisses people off. It's gonna make enemies instead of just having a productive conversation.
Well, and that's why I wanted to do that too, was being able to do it like that and actually talk to each other. All right, what do you think? You excited to have Bob on on everything?
I don't know Bob at all, man.
Well, he's a hardcore liberal. Like, let me give you a little rundown on Bob. Okay, Bob and I are really good friends. Okay, Bob and I became friends while we were in the Union. And I know there was a lot of stuff you couldn't hear because I had my headphones in and I was listening to him talk and everything else. But some of the stuff he was talking about was like, he grew up very Democrat. And being in the Union, that just makes it makes you even more Democrat.
Yeah.
You know, but Bob's not unreasonable, but the thing about it is Bob's really smart. And Bob knows his talking points very, very, very well. And it's one of those, if you don't come prepared and you try to discuss something with Bob, and when it comes down to facts and figures, and if you don't have your numbers right, you're going to lose. You know? So it's one of those with Bob, don't come at him unless you know your argument. There's a reason why I plan on having several tabs open up on this screen with stats and statistics already ready for me to click to when it comes time to have a discussion with Bob. That's also why we're doing more of a Lincoln Douglas format, to where I get where you get 5 minutes and then you get a 2-minute response, and then the other person gets 5 minutes and then you get a 2-minute response. So that way, not only can we talk about some stuff, we can have some ideas opened up, and so everybody can talk about it. And that's also why, like I said, I want to avoid talking about, like, I don't want to talk about people. You know, I don't want to talk about Trump. I don't want to talk about Joe Biden.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about any of that kind of stuff. At least not. I don't want to argue. I don't want to argue.
I feel people. And I feel like there's talking people nowadays. It's almost null and void, because we don't have good politicians anymore. They're rare. They're few and far between. Like they're so not the norm. So it's even talking about the main ones nowadays, you're just talking about shit human beings. You're just talking about the worst of the worst. People who cut throats to get to the top and will continue to do so until we decide, hey, you know what? Let's stop talking Democrat, Republican, and everything. Let's start talking American. And let's clean up. But I'm going to keep that point for next week, just because it's something that is a point that I don't think any reasonable person disagrees with at this point.
What's that? That our politicians are...
That we need to stop talking Democrat and Republican, because it's a pointless argument right now.
I completely agree.
But yeah, no, it's just... Until we start deciding to set everything aside and realize, okay, we're entitled to our opinions as Americans. But as Americans, we need to start standing up for the good of the country and not the good of our party, because the parties don't matter anymore. And we're past the point where we can... They're too corrupt.
Yeah, you can't just line up one party.
We can't be just sitting by and letting them run our lives anymore. It's not feasible long term. We really need to start standing up and having a mind of our own.
Well, and that's kind of one of the things. That's one of the reasons why I wanted to start doing all of this stuff too, was so that way we could do those kind of things. Because I don't want this to be a Republican and a Democrat thing. We need to be people talking to people, coming up with solutions that work for people, instead of oh, well, that doesn't work for my tribe, or that doesn't work for his tribe, or that doesn't work for that party. Well, you know what? That shit doesn't matter anymore. Let's start talking to each other as individuals, and let's see what's going to work out as us as individuals, not what's going to work out best for a Republican or a Democrat.
Yeah, because, okay, I get it. I get gun control. I get it. I really do. They're dangerous. They are. I'm not going to...
Well, Washington warned us about parties.
You know, yeah, exactly. And, yeah, number one, the OG of the OGs said, hey, hold on. What's up? Oh, it went out. Well,
yeah, we still had audio, but somebody was trying to call in.
Yeah, no worries. The worry, the problem is we were warned that if we went down this road, there would be no going back. But we need to make sure we can go back now because it's too far. It's gone too far. I agree with they're sensible people on both sides.
Mm-hmm.